I'm gonna go get all this out. So you're just missing your ball? You're just missing Isaiah?
Yeah.
Yep. And we haven't seen Simon yet?
I've not seen Simon.
Did he seem to enjoy yesterday?
I think he was fine.
Okay. If Isaiah's the only one here to start, do this side.
Check
just
one,
ask
two,
Matt.
test one, two,
Say we're
check
working
one,
on
two,
it, but
test
Matt
one,
can
two.
handle that side. It's just easy for him.
Okay.
It's easy for him to do that, but most of our balls go this way anyway.
Yeah. Yep.
I want to get like a little plastic container drawer thing for all this crap. Like stick under. I feel like I'm encouraging this even more, but. And we haven't seen Simon yet.
I've not seen
I'm
Simon.
really disappointed, Pat. No. Did he seem to enjoy it yesterday?
I think he was fine.
Yep. Constantino's doesn't open till 10.
Remind you, before you still strike. If we get everything in today, we have to let Missy know. Because she's scheduled the admin. Most of our balls go this way anyway. I want to get like a little
Why is this not switching over to analog?
drawer thing from the screen. I'll stick under. Filling up the curtains even more. Logan, everything went in okay last night?
Yeah.
The lane lines, okay.
Yeah.
That thing's been cracking.
Yeah, I know it's been cracked for a while. It was just like
Yeah.
finally. It was just
Yeah. It's been like that for about 2 years now. So
Yeah.
it's fine. As long as, at first when you sent the photo, I was like, oh shoot, did a lane line snap?
No.
Yeah, that's what I saw.
Yeah,
Thought
those-
Check 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Check 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Test 1 2. Check 1 2 3. Test 1 2. good afternoon, and welcome to Chapel Park. Actually, good morning still. It's not even 10 a.m. yet as we get set for day 2 and hopefully 2 ball games today between NYU, 21-5 on the year, 2-4 in the UAA, currently sitting in 4th place, and Case Western Reserve University, 21-4 on the year, 8-2 in the UAA, and currently leading the conference. Yesterday, the two teams split a doubleheader. Case Western Reserve losing in the first game 12-3, but then bouncing back with a pretty impressive win in game 2, 13-3 in 8 innings over NYU. And now looking to follow it up with a couple of good games here today, and games where starting pitching, especially for Case Western Reserve, is going to be important with a bullpen that was used pretty heavily yesterday through the 2 games. Let's go ahead and get you the starting lineups, beginning with NYU and their batting order. Jack Walter will be leading things off and playing center field. Ryan McLaughlin, the second baseman, hits second, and then Coleman Hendershot, the first baseman, in the 3 spot. Jonathan Ione, the third baseman, hitting 4th. Coltrane Tate, the right fielder, in the 5 spot. Cooper Halpern batting 6th, the designated hitter, followed by the catcher, Scott Hilbrandt. The left fielder, Isaac Martinez, will hit 8th, and then Francis Pryor, the shortstop, rounding out the lineup, batting 9th. Ford Ladd, the sophomore starter, will be on the mound today for NYU. We'll tell you more about him in the bottom of the inning. For Case Western Reserve defensively today, first baseman will be Noah Murley, second baseman Rocco Ma. The shortstop is Jacob Lott, and the third baseman is Jacob Kusha. In the outfield, left fielder Jacob Pestle. Center fielder is Samuel Neal, and the right fielder is Nate Glasser. And doing the catching is Tyler Wipazinski. On the mound is the senior Ben Murphy. And Murphy comes into the game with a stellar 4-1 record, a team-leading 1.55 ERA. Through 5 starts this year, Murphy has thrown 29 innings and an opponent's batting average of .216. First pitch bunted out in front of the plate. Wipazinski has it, throw to first, is on target for the out. And there is quickly one retired here by Murphy as Walter out trying to bunt 2-3 on the putout. So with 1 out now, Ryan McLaughlin will be the batter. McLaughlin hitting at .337 on the year. Murphy, a pitch-to-contact type of pitcher. He has struck out just 16, but also walked only 8 through his 29 innings of work, as that pitch will miss low for a ball, 1-0. And there's a called strike. And so the count evens 1-1. 2-1. Murphy, a fantastic start to this season. As that one popped up, fouling out of play, 2-2 the count. Looking to get a big win here today for Case Western Reserve. And really for Murphy, he's going to have to try to go deep into this game. It is a bullpen that, while they did not use Liam Killingstad yesterday, was tested. A little outside there, and it's a 3-2 count. Now the 3-2 for Murphy. Swung on, fouled off down the first base side. Count stays 3-2. McLaughlin, a .337 hitter, 25 runs batted in. He scored 36 runs. Tied with Rocco Ma for the UA lead. Swung on and popped up. Behind second base, back to get it is Ma. And he makes the catch for the out, 2 gone. Murphy looked very strong in his last outing against Brandeis as Coleman Hendershot steps up to the plate. He retired the first 9 batters he faced in order in the game. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was 16 of the first 17 or 17 of the first 18. So he was very good in the game last weekend. That misses for a ball, 1-0. Pitched last Sunday. Remember that Case Western Reserve played 2 doubleheaders last weekend as well, as that one's fouled away. 1-1. Played 2 on Saturday, 2 on Sunday. So little bit of a shorter rest period here for Murphy. Not a full week, but that's not necessarily anything that he can't overcome here today. Line drive down the first base side, foul. 1-2 now on Hendershot. 1-2 the count, top of the first inning. First two batters have been retired by Murphy. Add in the count here on Hendershot. Swing and a miss, strike three. And a very quick first inning for Ben Murphy, and that will bring us into the bottom of the first, scoreless game. Let's go ahead and get you the batting order for Case Western Reserve. Samuel Neal, whose average is up to 296 after going 6 for 8 in the two games yesterday, will be leading things off. Rocco Ma, the second baseman, he hit his 11th home run of the season, leads all Division III players. He's batting second in the order. Mark Gross, the designated hitter, but he won't get in at bat. They'll use the phantom DH today. Most likely, again, Alex Capetillo in that spot. Jacob Pestel playing left field and hitting cleanup. He'll be followed by Tyler Wipazinski, the catcher, in the 5 spot. Nate Glasser, the right fielder, hitting 6th. Noah Murley, the first baseman, batting 7th. Jacob Kusha playing third base and batting 8th. And then Jacob Lott, the shortstop, will hit 9th. Defensively for NYU, at first base, Coleman Hendershot, second baseman, Ryan McLaughlin. The shortstop is Francis Pryor, started the first game of the doubleheader yesterday. And then the third baseman is Jonathan Ione, the reigning UAA Player of the Year. In the outfield, left fielder Isaac Martinez, center fielder Jack Walter, right fielder Coltrane Tate. Doing the catching, Scott Hilbrandt, and on the mound is Ford Ladd, a left-handed pitcher. Ladd 4-2 on the year with a 2.66 ERA. Through 40 2/3 innings of work, he has allowed 37 hits for a 247 opponent's batting average, yielding 14 total runs, just 12 of those earned during that stretch. He has struck out 33 and walked 15. Ladd, a sophomore out of Longmont, Colorado, Noah High School. 6'4", 210 pounds. He made a pinch hitting appearance in the second game yesterday when it was already out of hand. And we'll get the start on the mound here today for NYU, trying to match what was a very effective top of the first inning for Ben Murphy. Top of the order for Case Western Reserve, and a top of the order that was very effective yesterday, beginning with Samuel Neal. Mentioned he was 6 for 8 at the plate, stole a couple bases, scored 3 runs in the 2 games. We started to see yesterday NYU third baseman Jonathan Ione defend aggressively against a bunt with Neal at the plate, even though Neal, I'm not sure he actually laid a bunt down in fair territory. First pitch to Neal. He takes it on the inside corner for a strike, and it's 0-1. Neal on the season, 32 hits and 108 at-bats, 22 runs scored. He has a home run, 15 runs batted in. Squares to bunt there, pulls it back, and takes a ball, 1-1. We spoke about it yesterday, the ability of Neal to take the ball the opposite way. That his ability to offer the bunt becomes important. He swings and misses there, and it's 1-2. But he's really a very capable hitter at spraying the ball to all different areas of the field. 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a line drive to second. Diving stop fielded on a hop by McLaughlin, who throws on to first in time to get the out. Nice play there by McLaughlin, and that's the advantage of playing at second base, is that even if you don't field that ball in the air, all you have to do is knock it down, and you could get up, not to take away from what was a nice play there by McLaughlin, but all you have to do is knock the ball down and get up, and you still have time to get even a speedy runner like Neal out. So one retired here in the bottom of the first, and Rocco Ma to the plate. First pitch. Ma swings. Ground ball through the left side. It's another base hit for Rocco Ma. The Division III leader in home runs, singles there. And he is on at first with 1 away. And the batter now will be a pinch hitter, and it will be indeed Alex Capetillo, who will be hitting for Gross in that phantom DH role. Capetillo's been good this year. Cappy batting at .511. His average actually dipped a little yesterday despite getting a handful of hits. First pitch down and in for a ball, 1-0. Now the 1-0 on the way. Cappy hits that in the air deep towards left field, chasing back the left fielder Martinez at the wall, and he makes the catch on the warning track. Capetillo got under that one and drove it to deep left field and narrowly missed what would have been his second home run of the year. And so 2 gone now. Bases, well, runner on at first is Rocco Ma, who you can expect to be active here on the base pass, with Jacob Pestel coming to the plate, a .290 hitter on the year. Ladd with the pickoff attempt at first. We'll see how well the lefty can control the running game. Say that it's an aggressive situation for Ma, and again, he's stolen 17 bases on 17 attempts, so always a threat to steal. But with 2 outs in the inning, is a quick move over to first, not in time. With 2 outs in the inning, if Ma can get to second base, a hitter like Pestel at the plate, who is not your prototypical cleanup hitter, he's more of a singles hitter. Well, if Ma gets to second, he could score on a base hit by Pestel. Misses outside for a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. And so, again, we will see how aggressive Rocco Ma is in this situation. Have to imagine at some point in the at-bat, he will take off for second. Not going there as Pestel swings and misses, and it's a 1-1 count. Now Ladd, quick move over to first. The tag a little late, although NYU was aided a bit by that fact that the throw actually came up the first baseline. Almost gave him a better shot there to try to catch Ma on that play. Here's the 1-1. There goes Ma. Swung on by Pestel and popped up in the infield. Playable for the second baseman, McLaughlin, who makes the catch for the out, and that ends the inning. So Case Western Reserve, a 1-out single by Rocco Ma, but he's left stranded, and we'll move into the second inning. Scoreless game. First time in this series we've had a scoreless inning. We'll move along into the second. Ione, Tate, and Halpern due up when we return. Welcome back once again. Scoreless game as we enter the second inning. Ione, Tate, and Halpern due up for NYU. Ione had a great early game yesterday. Fell a triple shy of the cycle. He's hitting at .358 on the season now. 10 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs. Stands in here trying to get something going for NYU against Ben Murphy. Murphy retired the side in order on 12 pitches the first inning. And delivers the first pitch a little low, 1-0 the count. Murphy working quickly today, his 1-0 on the way. Swung on chopper, hit towards short, played there by Ladd. His throw on to first in time for the out, 1 gone. So Ione retired. Murphy's now retired the first 4 batters he's faced. And the batter will be Coltrane Tate, the right fielder. He's hitting at .388 on the season. NYU and Case Western Reserve yesterday split their doubleheader. As the first pitch on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Really a tale of 2 games for each of the teams. Swung on chopper towards third. Kusha charges, can't field it cleanly on a tough hop. And that'll be an error on Kusha, the third baseman. Not an easy play to field, but Kusha kind of played that one into an error a little bit the way he charged it. You usually see Jacob make those plays, and so that will put a runner on with one away. And the batter will be Cooper Halpern. First base runner of the day for NYU. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Halpern batting at .350 on the year with 13 runs batted in. Designated hitter awaits the 0-1 for Murphy. Down and out for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1. Foul back, and it's 1-2. The pitch. Swung on, ground ball, hit towards the hole, diving attempt by Lott, but it's through for a base hit. First hit of the game for NYU comes off the bat of Cooper Halpern, and now there are two on. And the batter will be Scott Hilbrandt.
Now batting for the Violets, catcher number 20, Scott Hilbrandt.
Hilbrandt hitting at 195 on the year. We saw him sacrifice a few times yesterday, but with one out, I don't think he'll be sacrificing here with runners at first and second. Let's see. Looking to swing away, does down the first baseline. It's a fair ball. That one will get all the way into the corner. One run will score easily for NYU. Pulling into third is Halpern, getting in safely at second. First pitch swinging with an RBI double is Hilbrandt, and NYU takes the early lead in this one, 1-0.
Now batting for the Violets, left fielder number 30, Isaac Martinez.
And go is an unearned run. But now second and third, one away. And I think Tyler Whippozinski going out there talking to Ben Murphy, saying that, hey, this is a team that's going to be aggressive. We can't just throw a get-over first strike for them, which is, part of Murph's strategy a little bit out there on the mound. And he may have to alter that a bit here today. That one delivered up high for a ball, 1-0. Murphy has thrown 15 strikes among his first 22 pitches of the day. See if he can limit the damage here. Second and third, one out. The 1-0 to Isaac Martinez, hitting at .346. Swung on, grounded up towards the middle and through. That's going to be a base hit. Neal scoops it in center field. One run comes in. His throw spiked in the dirt, and that'll allow the second run to come in to score. It's a 2 RBI single for Martinez, and NYU now leads 3-0.
Now batting for the Violets,
So NYU
number 9, Francis Pryor.
getting aggressive here in this game. They have 3 straight hits after an error with one out. And it's now 3-0, Violets with the lead. We'll see if Murphy can settle in here against Francis Pryor, who was 0 for 5 in the first game of the doubleheader yesterday. Did not appear in the second game. Hitting at 174 on the year. He squares to bunt, gets it up in the air. Murphy is going to be unable to get to it now. Will try to scoop to first, and he gets him by about half a step. I guess that's got to go as a sacrifice bunt there, although I don't think that's exactly how they drew it up. It got bunted all the way up in the air, and I guess effective, but boy, awkward bunt to say the least for Pryor. And so Martinez moves up to second base. 2 outs in the inning now, back to the top of the order with Jack Walter coming up. Walter now batting at .242. He tried to bunt his first time up, but Tyler Whippozinski was able to field it in front of the plate and retire him for the out. Called strike, and it's 0-1. Hoping for a couple of fast-paced games here today before the rain comes in. Actually looks fairly clear outside now, but that's expected to change as the day goes on. Fouled off by Walter, and it's 0-2. Saying the rain coming in sometime in that noon to 1 o'clock range. That's why we started a little bit earlier today. Trying to get 2 in with the rain expected to stay through the day tomorrow. 0-2. Swung on ground ball down the first base side. Murley has it, will take it to the bag himself. And that will retire the side. But NYU strikes for 3 runs on 3 hits. They leave a man left on as well. And we will move into the second. 3-0 NYU. Coming up in the bottom of the second inning for Case Western Reserve, Wipazinski, Glasser, and Murley when we return. Welcome back once again, Case Western Reserve. Trails by 3 as Tyler Wipazinski takes a pitch up high for a ball 1-0. Whip hitting at 286 on the year, second on the team with 24 runs batted in. 3 of those came in the second game yesterday. Swings of that one, hard ground ball down the third base side. Nice stop by Ione. Throw on to first is a little in the dirt, dug out, but unable to scoop it successfully. Is the first baseman, and that'll go as an infield single for Wipazinski.
Right fielder number 10, Nate Glasser.
Not an easy play for Ione to make. He had to dive to get it. His only chance was to throw off his back foot. And that's why that throw was in the dirt. And Coleman unable to dig it out. First pitch swinging. Nate Glasser sends a sky-high fly ball. Shallow left field. Coming over in foul territory, making the catch is the shortstop, Francis Pryor, for the first out of the inning.
Now batting for the Spartans, first baseman number 2, Noah Murley.
So one gone, and Noah Murley will be the batter. Again, 3-0 the score. Case Western Reserve trailing in this one. Murley trying to break through. 260 hitter on the year. And there for a called strike, and it's 0-1. And an RBI double in the second game yesterday. His 7th double of the season. 12 runs batted in. Swing and a miss at a changeup there, and it's 0-2. See if Vlad, now ahead in the count, 0-2, tries to double up on that pitch. Curveball. Nice pitch taken for a called strike 3. Backdoor curve from Ladd. Gets Murley looking. And there are 2 gone in the inning. So they'll bring Jacob Kusha to the plate, a 237 hitter on the year. Kusha singled in his final at bat of the day yesterday and scored the game-ending run against NYU in a 13-3 win. This is down low, and it's a 1-0 count on Kusha. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Outside, 2-0. Trying to keep the inning going for Jacob Ladd out on deck, who has been red hot lately. See, 2-0 if Ladd comes with a strike and if Kusha gets aggressive at the plate. He takes it for a called strike. It's 2-1. 3-0 NYU leading. Here's the 2-1. Swung on line drive, right field. That's down for a base hit. Wipazinski turns the corner at first. He'll dig for third and get in safely. It's a single for Jacob Kushin. Now runners on the corners, 2 outs. A big at bat coming up here for Jacob Lott. Lott has been red hot lately. He now leads the team with 9 doubles. The freshman hitting at .304 in the season, 2 home runs, 17 runs batted in. He has 12 extra base hits. Scott Hilbrand will come out, signal to his infield what to do in case the runner Kusha takes off with runners on the corners and 2 away here. Kusha not going as that one swung on and missed at by Lott, 0-1. This could be a tough matchup for Lott, who sometimes has a tendency to reach a little bit for that outside pitch. And Ladd so far has shown a propensity to really come backdoor there to righties. That one misses up high, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Little outside, 2-1. Sam Neal waiting out on deck, hoping to get a shot this inning. Right now it's on Jacob Lott, the freshman. Trying to get some runs on the board for Case Western Reserve. Swings, fouls that one back, and the count evens 2-2. It's been a great freshman year so far for Lott, and he's starting to heat up as the season goes on. Gotta imagine here, Ladd on the mound is going to come curveball. Let's see. He does. It's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. Lott goes down swinging. Case Western Reserve leaves 2 on in the second. And we'll move into the third. NYU leading 3-0. 2, 3, and 4 in the NYU order. McLaughlin, Hendershot, and Ione due up when we return. Welcome back. Each team with 3 hits, but NYU with the early lead, 3-0 over Case Western Reserve. Ryan McLaughlin will be the batter, facing Ben Murphy, who will look to rebound after a bit of a rocky stretch in the second. First pitch fastball for a called strike to McLaughlin, who's 0 for 1 with a pop out to second base his first time up. That's a called strike, 0-2. Now the 0-2 from Murphy. Spikes one in the dirt, and it's 1-2. This is a good hitting NYU team, and they've proven that in this series. A lot of bats all up and down the lineup that can get you. Here's the 1-2 from Murphy. A little up high, and McLaughlin, kind of an awkward post-pitch reaction there. The 2-2 now on the way. Swung on, popped up, fouling out of play. 2-2 still. Again, weather expected to be an issue today. So that one down and out. Full count, 3-2. Wind should start picking up, it looks like, about 11 o'clock or so. And then So that one sent in the air, shallow center. Back to get it is the shortstop Lott. He makes the catch, and there's one gone.
Now batting for the Violets.
They're expecting, looks like about a 30% chance of rain through from 1 to 2 o'clock, and then at about 3, that's when looks like the stuff is really going to get here. It's about 90% the rest of the day. So again, trying to get 2 games in today, and well, these teams are going to have to hurry on that. Batter now is Coleman Hendershot, struck out swinging in his first at bat. Called strike, and it's 0-1. In the dirt, 1-1. Swung on ground ball, hit towards third. Diving attempt by Kusha, but can't get to it. It's a base hit for Hendershot. 4th hit of the game for NYU, a 1-out single, and Hendershot is reached.
Now batting for the Violets. Third baseman number 2, Jonathan Ione.
So now the batter will be Jonathan Ione, a .354 hitter on the year, including a ground out to short his first time up. Murphy has induced a fair share of ground balls today, so we shall see if Hendershot tries to take off in this at-bat to potentially break up a double play. So that misses up high for a ball to Ione, 1-0. Ione grounded out to short his first time up. Called strike, and it's 1-1. Little outside, 2-1 the count. Three to nothing, NYU leading. Runner on first and one away in the third. Runner goes, the pitch fouled back by Ione, and it's 2-2. Hendershot had a good jump on that one, but he'll have to retreat to first. See if Murphy pays a little closer attention here. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Murphy gets out a good hitter in Jonathan Ione, and now 2 gone in the inning.
Batting for the Violets. Right fielder number 42.
Second strikeout of the game for Murphy. Batter now will be Coltrane Tate to the plate. Tate 0 for 1, reached on an error and came across to score the first run of the game for NYU in the second. Pitch misses up and in, 1-0. Tate hitting at .385 on the year. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Swing and a miss again, 1-2. Murphy generating some more swings and misses than you typically see him get today. See if we can get one more here. Here's the 1-2 on the way. Swung on ground ball, hit toward short. Lott has it, flips on to second. Ma there covering for the out, and that ends the inning. NYU leaves a man stranded. We'll move into the bottom of the third. Case Western Reserve will send the top of the order to the plate, needing some runs. They trail 3-0. Neal, Ma, and Capetillo due up when we return. 3-0 the score. Case Western Reserve trailing in this one. Samuel Neal, the batter, to lead things off. Top of the order for the Spartans. Neal, Ma, and Capetillo. Neal 0 for 1, a ground out to second base his first time up. And he's hit by the pitch. So Neal reaches on a hit by a pitch to start the third, and the leadoff man on for the second time today. Head coach Doug Kimbler, I think, a little unsure about that one. And so he'll come out and talk to the home plate umpire, Gary Rasplowski. It actually is Rasplowski out there today. Yeah, Doug Kimbler saying he stuck his arm out there. And very forcefully saying he stuck his arm out there. Well, Rocco Mall will be the batter. Doug Kimbler not happy about that one, but will receive no sympathy as the throw down to first. Boy, Neal was caught leaning there and barely got back. He was lucky that the first baseman Hendershot didn't apply a tag. Neal has stolen 6 bases on 9 attempts this year, 2 yesterday. And it's down in the dirt for a ball, 1-0. Rocco Mall at the plate, 1 for 1 today, hitting a .406 on the season. Hit his 11th home run of the year yesterday. Skies that one high, but fouling out of play, and it's 1-1. Came in the first inning of the game and was a huge momentum changer. First inning of the second game, I should say. Case Western Reserve had fallen behind 1-0 early on in that second game. Casey McConney, the starter, lasted just one batter before he had to leave the game to an injury. And Rocco Mall's home run turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Just seemed to change the momentum of the way the series was going to that point after a disappointing loss in Game 1. The 1-1 pitch. Ma taking it. It's an off-speed pitch for a called strike, 1-2. So important to get ahead in the count against Ma because then you can avoid throwing him fastballs. Timeout called by the catcher, Hilbrandt. See if Neal gets aggressive with 2 strikes in the count. Here's the 1-2. Not going. Pitches in the dirt for a ball, 2-2. Two. Ladd on the mound, beginning his third inning of work. He's allowed his fair share of base runners early on, but hasn't been burned by it yet. 2-2 on the way. That one hit in the air, deep down the line in left, but fouling out of play. Ma turned on an off-speed pitch there and sent it foul. Here's the 2-2. Little down and out, full count 3-2. So Ma works the count full. Gotta imagine Neal is running here. He's gonna have to be careful. We've seen Ladd throw over a bunch already. 3-2, nobody out. To the plate, there goes Neal. Swung on ground ball, hit towards second base. Slow roller, gonna be a tough play against the speedy Ma, but just getting it there in time is McLaughlin for the out. And there is one gone. Neal does move up to second on the play. So it'll be a runner on in scoring position now. And one out for Alex Capetillo. Capetillo 0 for 1, flew out to deep left field his first time up. Drove one back to the warning track and left. Base hit here should do it for Capetillo if he could pick one up with good speed at second base. Runner goes. The throw down to third is offline, and Neal slides in safely with a steal of third. It's a strike at the plate, so the count goes to 0-1, but good job there by Neal, who clearly had Ladd read on that one. He had a huge jump. The 0-1 on the way. Curveball outside, 1-1. So now productive out here for Capetillo, can get the run in. Can put Case Western Reserve on the board. The 1-1 pitch. Curveball stays up high, 2-1. Capetillo batting at .500 on the year. Cooling off a little bit after his red-hot weekend at Brandeis last weekend. 12 of 18 at the plate. 2-1. Swings and fouls that back. Count evens 2-2. Well, this is a strikeout situation now for Ladd. So again, 2-2. It's not necessarily a curveball count, but in this situation, it might be for Ladd, who's exhibited that big, good curveball. Have to try to strike out the batter here. He comes fastball instead, and boy, Capetillo just got a piece of it to stay alive. Count stays at 2-2. Two-two pitch. Swung on line, drive into right field. It's a base hit for Capetillo. Good job by Capetillo, just going with the pitch there. He singles into right. Neal comes in to score. In case Western Reserve strikes in the third inning, it's now a 3-1 game. So now Jacob Pestel will be the batter with a runner on at first and one away. Pestel 0 for 1, a pop out to second base to end the first inning, his last time up. Hitting here with a runner on and one away. Swings and misses at that first pitch, 0-1. Another one popped up by Pestel. This one along the first base side, and he'll get out of play. 0-2 now on Jacob. Jacob hitting at .286 on the year. 20 hits in 70 at-bats now. 3 doubles, 8 runs batted in. He's making his 14th start of the year, appearing in his 23rd game overall. It's been a nice year for Pestel at the plate. The 0-2. Curveball outside, 1-2. One-two on the way. Ladd delivers. Runner goes. The pitch taken outside. Throw goes down to second, but nobody covering. And sliding in safely with a stolen base is Capetillo as the count goes to 2-2. So Pestel now a chance to drive in a run with a base hit. Count at 2-2 on Pestel with one away and a runner at second. Ladd's pitch. Outside, 3-2, full count. Here's a 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Pestel down swinging for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone now, and the batter will be Tyler Whippazinski, 1 for 1 today with a single to third base his first time up. Whip hitting at .293 on the year. Big RBI opportunity for Whippazinski. Capetillo stands at second. The pitch, curveball in the dirt, 1-0. Whip hits that one deep down the line and left, but foul. That one landed on East 115th Street. Whip turned on that one pretty forcefully. 1-1 the count. Outside corner called strike 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Outside, 2-2. Ladd trying to work his way out of the inning. A run in for Case Western Reserve, trying to limit the damage to just that one run. So that one grounded over to short, and it gets right through the hole of the shortstop, and Capetillo stops on the play at third. He wasn't running and could have potentially scored if that one got through. And so that will go as an error on the shortstop. Going to third on the play is Capetillo. Now runners on the corners, and the pressure shifts here all of a sudden to Nate Glasser. We'll again see how aggressive Case Western Reserve is on the base paths here with runners on the corners. I'm not sure what Capetillo was thinking on that one. And see if we could talk to him after the game, figure out what was going on there. But I don't know if he thought that maybe he hit the ball while he was running, or who knows. Throw down to first to try to keep Whippozinski honest as he dives back in. Whippozinski, again, not necessarily a speedy base runner, but he's done a good job running the bases this year. 6 stolen bases on as many tries. Fastball misses down and in to Nate Glasser, who's 0 for 1 with a pop out his first time up. It's 1-0. Big at bat here for Glasser. Fastball low again, 2-0. I think Ladd wanted that call. He'll take a step off the mound and recollect himself here. 2-0 on the way. A little low again, 3-0. So the question becomes now, as Glasser looks down to Matt Englander at third base, do you give Glasser the green light here, 3-0 with runners on the corners? He does not, and Glasser taking all the way, takes a called strike, 3-1. Whip takes a walking lead off first, not far enough off to advance. Is that one, though, in the dirt? Taken for ball 4 by Glasser. Whippozinski to second. Bases now loaded with Capetillo at third. And Noah Murley will be the hitter here with the bases loaded and 2 away and a big at bat. Tying runners in scoring position. The go-ahead runner at first. Murley 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking his first time up. He's hitting at .256 on the season. Well, so Murley a big at bat in this game early on. Ladd approaching the 30 pitch mark for the inning. He's at 55 for the day. Murley, first pitch swinging, pops it up. Shallow right. Coming over is Tate, and he will make the catch in fair territory, and that ends the inning. So Case Western Reserve gets a run, but they leave the bases loaded. 3-1 the score, NYU leading. We will move into the fourth. For the Violets, Halpern, Hilbrandt, and Martinez due up when we return. Welcome back. NYU leading 3-1 over Case Western Reserve. First of two today. We're in the fourth inning. Halpern, Hilbrandt, and Martinez due up. Halpern, the designated hitter, 1 for 1, a single and a run scored back in the second. Hitting at .361 overall in the season, takes the first pitch outside from Murphy, and it's 1-0. Called strike, 1-1. And that's a called strike, 1-2. Murphy bounced back with a nice third inning after a rocky second inning. Team's still in this game, 3-1 the score. Plenty of time for Case Western Reserve, which has had a pretty decent amount of base runners, as that one sent up the middle and threw for a base hit. Second hit of the game for Halpern.
Now batting for the Violets, catcher number 20.
Well, now that's where if you're Murphy, you just have to try to keep it at a 2-run game here. Let those bats go back to work. Batter at the plate will be the catcher, Scott Hilbrandt, who doubled and scored a run his first time up, drove in a run as well. Swings and chops that one down towards first. Murley steps on the bag for one, throws on to second, and the tag not in time. Murley gets the shore out, and I think the smart play there for Murley, but Halpern will move into scoring position with one out. And they'll bring up Isaac Martinez, who will bat here with one out and a runner in scoring position. Martinez hit with 2 in scoring position his last time up and drove them both in with a base hit up the middle. He's hitting at .354 in the year, squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a ball, 1-0. Martinez, 15 runs batted in coming into the game, so he's up to 17 now, starting his 25th game of the year for NYU. Freshman left fielder awaits the pitch, and it's a called strike, letter high, and on the outside edge of the plate, 1-1. Murphy's 1-1 offering. Down and out, 2-1. Bunted down the third base side, but foul, and it's 2-2. Big insurance run out there at second base for the Violets. Swung on ground ball and threw for a base hit. Picked up in right field by Glasser. Here comes the throw to the plate. It's up the line and no tag applied by Whippazinski. It's an RBI single for Martinez, who's driven in 3 of NYU's 4 runs today. And it's now a 4-1 lead for the Violets. I thought Murley might have had a shot at getting to that one, but never really made much of an attempt at first base. And Murley is a little bit of a novice first baseman. Again, thought he might have had a chance to get to that ball, or at least make an effort at it. So now with one out, runner on at first, squaring a bunt, pulling it back, and taking the pitch for a strike is Pryor, 0-1. Pryor with a sacrifice bunt already today. Although his sacrifice bunt, not the prettiest of sacrifices. He popped it up. It was fortunate that it landed as he swings and fouls that one back, 0-2. Fortunate that it landed in the spot between the second baseman, Rocco Ma, and the pitcher, Ben Murphy. Murphy was able to pick it up and throw out Pryor at first base, getting him by a step. So it went as a sacrifice bunt, but again, not the prettiest of sacrifices. The 0-2 on the way. Swung on, that one driven in the air deep towards right field, but Glasser has it lined up and will make the catch for the out. 2 gone, back to the top of the NYU order. And Jack Walter will come to the plate. Walter 0 for 2 on the day. Tried to bunt his way on for a base hit in the first, but was unsuccessful, and then grounded out to first base to end the second inning. Runner goes, the pitch taken high for a ball, but the throw down to second is a little high, not in time. Lott tried to pull that one down, but it'll go as a stolen base for Martinez. That is his 6th on as many tries this year. And he is now in scoring position with Walter at the plate. The 0 for 2 today, Walter now hitting at .238 on the season. As that misses outside for a ball, 2-0. And while the batting average is low for Walter, what you get from him is a guy who walks a lot, 14 walks so far this year, and gets hit by a lot of pitches too, 14 hit by pitches this season. So his on-base percentage of .478 on the year. It's a called strike, 2-1. Again, sometimes it's not how many hits you get, it's just how often you can get on as a leadoff hitter. 2-1. This is up high, pickoff attempt at second, but diving back in is Martinez as the count goes to 3-1 at the plate. 4-1, NYU leading. A run in already here in the fourth. Murphy from the stretch sets and delivers. A little high, and that'll be ball 4, so Walter draws the walk, and he's on for the first time today. First and second now with 2 outs. The batter will be Ryan McLaughlin.
Second baseman, number 21, Ryan McLaughlin.
McLaughlin is 0 for 2 today. He's popped out twice, once to second and once to short. First pitch. And it misses inside. 1-0. Ball hit in the air, deep to center field, but playable in right center for Neal, who comes over, tracks it, and makes the catch to end the inning. NYU gets a run back. They leave 2 men stranded. 4-1 the score. Violets on top of the Spartans here in the fourth. Bottom of the fourth inning coming up, and it's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters in the order. Akusha, Lott, and Neal when we return. Welcome back as Case Western Reserve trailing NYU 4-1 as we begin the fourth. Akusha, Lott, Neal due up to face Ford Ladd, who begins the inning with 56 pitches.
Now batting for the Spartans, third baseman, number 19, Jacob Kusha.
He threw about 30 in that third inning, but was able to get out of the frame with just 1 run allowed, left the bases loaded. 6 men left on base today for Case Western Reserve, and Jacob Kusha, who comes to the plate, one of the team's 4 hits in the game, takes the first pitch for a called strike from Ladd, 0-1. Kusha, Lott, Neal, the 3 Case Western Reserve hitters due up this inning. Curveball. Might have just broken behind the plate as the count goes to 1-1. Has that big arc to it. The 1-1 from Ladd. That one popped up. Center field. Walter there. Makes the catch. 1 gone as Kusha flies out.
Now batting for the Spartans, shortstop, number 1, Jacob Lott.
So Jacob Lott to the plate. Lott 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging, hitting at .301 on the year. Line drive, third base, diving attempt, and the catch made in the air by the third baseman Ione for the out. 2 gone. Nice catch by Ione at third. A diving play on a ball that was destined for left field. Takes a hit away from Lott, and there is 2 gone in the inning. So back to the top of the order now for Sam Neal, who was hit by a pitch to start the third and scored the only run of the game so far for Case Western Reserve. He's 0 for 1 on the day. He's also grounded out. Swings at the first pitch and misses there, and it's 0-1. Neal hitting at .294 on the year. The 0-1. Curve for a called strike, and it's 0-2. Well, you can see what Ladd's approach is on the mound. He's going to try to throw a get-me-over fastball to get that first strike. And then he comes curveball when he gets ahead in the count. The 0-2 on the way now to Neal. In the dirt with the fastball, 1-2. And I think that's why we've seen some Case Western Reserve hitters be very aggressive early in the count. Especially on that first pitch where, again, Ladd seems a little bit more willing to throw a fastball for a strike. That one misses inside, and it's 2-2. Ladd looking for a 1-2-3 fourth. Would be his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. 2-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and that sets Neal down. A quick inning for Ladd, and we'll move into the 5th. 4-1 NYU leading. Heart of the order for the Violets. Hendershot, Ione, and Tate due up when we return. Coleman Hendershot to lead things off. Against Ben Murphy. Case Western Reserve trailing NYU 4-1 here in the 5th. First pitch swing, ground ball hit towards second. Nice play by Rocco Maw, who throws on to first in time to get the out. And a much needed quick first out for Ben Murphy. And there's 1 gone in the inning. Batter now will be Jonathan Ione, 0 for 2 on the day. A ground out to short and a strikeout swinging. First pitch from Murphy. Fastball called strike 0-1. Ione a .351 hitter on the year. Hard liner into right field. That's a base hit. So Ione with a 1-out single. 7th hit of the game for NYU against Murphy. That'll bring Coltrane Tate to the plate. Tate 0 for 2, reached on an error and scored a run in the second, reached on a fielder's choice in the third. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. It gets behind Whipzinski, comes up throwing down to second, and the throw not in time. Ione moving up on a ball in the dirt. And it's an 0-1 count. Well, you're starting to see major league teams now take similar approach to what we just saw Jonathan Ione did there, and that's moving up on balls in the dirt. It's kind of something that Terry Francona began to preach with the Indians, and one of his disciples, Mickey Callaway, now the manager for the Mets, starting to do that. But it's a very NCAA college baseball approach to the game, trying to take that extra base when you can, move up on balls in the dirt, getting good secondary leads, just getting the extra base when the opportunity presents itself. 0-2. Tate tried to hold up his swing. They'll check with the umpire in the field, and he did not go around. 1-2 the count. Here's the 1-2. Little outside, 2-2. So Ione in scoring position at second base. Tate at the plate. 381 hitter. Murphy trying to retire him. His 2-2 line drive into right field. That will get down for a base hit. Murley fields it quickly out there. They'll wave the runner around. The throw from to the plate and is not in time. And Ione scores. Pardon me, that was Glasser in right who made the throw. It's an RBI single for Tate. And NYU takes now a 5-1 lead over Case Western Reserve.
Now batting for the Violets, designated hitter number 1, Cooper Halpern.
Ione, I think, barking at the catcher, Wipazinski. Not happy that he applied the tag afterwards, but either way, it'll be one out. NYU with a 5-1 lead now. First pitch from Murphy to Cooper Halpern, who is 2 for 2 with a pair of singles and 2 runs scored. It's inside for a ball, 1-0. Still no action in the Case Western Reserve bullpen. Murphy up to 75 pitches. Called strike, and it's 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Well, the split yesterday for Case Western Reserve assured the Spartans no worse than a 500 record in the conference this season. They're now 8-2 in the UAA, but I think their sights are set a little bit higher than 500 in the conference, as that one's fouled back. And Case Western Reserve 21-4 overall now. And these are big games against NYU. At the very least, it's the team with the best record that the Spartans have played so far. Backhand attempt there for Akusha's throw to first, not in time as it misses up high. It'll go as an error on Kusha at third. It's first and second now with one away.
Catcher number 20, Scott Hilgren.
Second error of the day for Kusha. I'll bring Nick Callahan out to have a talk, the assistant coach for the Spartans. In the bullpen, it looks like Scott Kutschke will begin to warm. He pitched 2 innings yesterday. Meeting on the mound breaks up, but NYU, the 2 base runners and the hitter standing over by the third base coach and head coach, Doug Kimbler. They'll retreat to their positions. Quick conversation there as Murphy will face Hilbrand, who is 1 for 2 on the day with a ground out and a double. Pitch taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, you can't let this lead get much more extended than this if you're Ben Murphy. That ball hit high in the air, deep towards right, chasing Glasser back, but he'll get there and make the catch for the out. Tagging and going to third on the play will be Tate. Halpern stays at first, so it's runners on the corners now and 2 away. And the batter will be Isaac Martinez. Martinez has had himself a nice day so far. 2 singles, he's driven in 3 runs. A 2 RBI single in the second and an RBI hit in the fourth. Big out here for Murphy to get. Keep it at a 4-run game and give your bats a chance to get the team back in it. Martinez squaring a bunt there, trying to bunt for a single, but fouls it off down the third baseline, 0-1. Kutchke throwing in the bullpen. Another one fouled off by Martinez, 0-2. Murphy looking to get through the fifth. 1 run in already for NYU in the frame. They lead 5-1. The 0-2 in the dirt gets away from Whippazinski. Not far enough for the runner to score, but far enough away for Halpern to move up a bag. That could be important on a base hit. Potentially 2 runs can now come in. Makes this bat even more important. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Big strikeout there for Murphy. That ends the inning. NYU leaves 2 stranded, but they score a run, and now Case Western Reserve trailing by 4 moving into the bottom of the 5th. 5-1 the score, NYU on top. It'll be Ma, Capetillo, Pestle, 2, 3, and 4 in the order as the Spartans try to work their way back into this one when we return. First pitch curve misses down low to Rocco Ma, and it's a 1-0 count. Rocco 1 for 2 on the day, a single and grounded out to second base in his 2 trips to the plate against Ladd. Ford Ladd has looked good so far. That ball driven to center field, playable out there for Walter. He'll make the catch for the out, 1 gone. So Ma drives another one to the outfield, but unable to have anything to show for it, and that'll bring up Alex Capetillo with 1 out and the base is empty. Capetillo's driven in the only run of the day for Case Western Reserve with a single back in the 3rd inning. First pitch called strike, 0-1. Capetillo hitting at .511 on the year. One and one. Two and one. Well, the Spartans are going to Really want to find a way to get back into this game, especially with the second game with the weather looming. Not a sure thing that game is going to be completed. And again, the way the weather looks, if it's not completed today, there is a good chance that it doesn't get in tomorrow either. Capetillo swings, grounds that one through the left side of the infield. It's a base hit. So Capetillo with a single. His second hit of the game. Another multiple hit game for Capetillo, who continues to rack them up. Now Jacob Pestel of the plate, 0 for 2 on the day. A pop out and a strikeout swinging. First pitch misses outside. And it's 1-0 on Pestel. Fastball called strike, 1-1. Ladd up to 73 pitches, a manageable pitch count so far, and he's been effective. Here's the 1-1 from Ladd. Pestel skies that one high and out of play, 1-2. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Ladd slipped. That curveball, I think, slipped out of his hand. And it misses well high for ball 2. 2-2 the count. Pitch misses outside for a ball. Ticks off the glove of the catcher. Hilbrand, and rolls away. So the count now full, 3-2. We'll see if Capetillo is running here with a full count and 1 away. Here's the 3-2 from Ladd. Up high, ball 4. And so 2 on now with 1 away. That'll bring Tyler Whippazinski to the plate, and that'll bring out Doug Kimbler to the mound to have a talk with Ladd. So 1 out here, and Whippazinski a chance to put a dent in the lead. He's reached base twice, a single in the second inning, an error in the third. Whip hitting at .290 on the year. 7 doubles, 4 triples, 4 home runs, 24 runs batted in. It's been a good year for Whippazinski, and I was talking about this yesterday. If not for the kind of year that Rocco Maz had, Whip would be spoken about a whole lot more, but he gets overshadowed a bit, but it's been another nice year for Tyler Whippazinski. Get the feeling that one way or another, this is a turning point in this game, this inning right now. 2 on, 1 out. It's a 5-1 game. Case Western Reserve needs to stop the bleeding here. Trying to get some runs on the board, and they have Whippazinski, one of their big bats at the plate, to try to do so. First pitch, and it swung on and missed at 0-1. Whippazinski trying to be aggressive against Ladd, but unsuccessful. Falls behind in the count. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a changeup, and it's 0-2. So 2 big cuts for Whippazinski, but nothing to show for it. He's now in an 0-2 hole. Ladd, chance to get a big outing, has some pitches to play with. Here's the 0-2. Curveball up high. Ladd seems to be losing control of that curve, which he had pretty good control of early on. Was really able to dot the outside portion of the plate with it, not having the same success that he did early on with that. The 1-2. Fastball, Whippazinski, a protective swing, fouls it off, and the count stays at 1-2. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Nope, fouled it back. Whippazinski got a piece of it, fouls it off to stay alive again. Still a 1-2 count. Capetillo at second, Pestel at first. 1 out for Case Western Reserve. Here's the 1-2 from Ladd. Whipzinski swings, line drive, left field, base hit. Capetillo stops at third. Whipzinski with his second hit of the game, 6th hit for Case Western Reserve in this one. And the bases are now loaded for Nate Glasser. Glasser 0 for 1 on the day, a pop out and a walk. And a huge at-bat here for Glasser. Got to keep the line moving if you're Nate Glasser. Here's the pitch. Swings, hits that in the air, center field, deep, but playable for Walter. He'll make the catch for the out. Tagging from third and coming into score will be Capetillo. A good job by Walter to hit the cutoff man, keep the runner Pestle at second. It'll go as a sacrifice fly for Glasser, and it cuts it to a 3-run lead. 5-2 the score. So Glasser jumping on the first pitch he sees and flies out, but drives in the run. And so now it's 5-2, and it's up to Noah Murley to continue the inning. Murley 0 for 2 on the day. Takes the first pitch for a strike. He was backing out there, but the pitch was about letter high and down the middle, although it was breaking towards him, just didn't break that much. Now the 0-1 from Ladd. If he can escape this inning with just the 1 run in, he would have done a pretty good job. Misses outside for a ball, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Up high, 2-1. Ford Ladd now up to 87 pitches in the game. That one fouled off by Murley. Count evens 2-2. Big pitch here for Ladd. 2-2 the count, 2 away. Murley at the plate awaits the pitch. Ladd delivers. Swung on, hit in the air. Shallow center, dropping quickly. Over to get it is Walter, and he'll make the catch to end the inning. That one hung up there just long enough for Walter to get underneath it and make the grab. And that ends the Case Western Reserve threat in the 5th. The Spartans get a run back, but leave 2 more stranded. 8 left stranded total today through the first 5. We'll move into the 6th. It is 5-2, NYU with the lead. It'll be Francis Pryor, the 9-hitter, and then back to the top of the order with Walter and McLaughlin for NYU when we return. Case Western Reserve will go to the bullpen, and for the second straight day, Scott Kutschke's name will be called. Kutschke 2-0 on the year with a 2.50 ERA. He'll be making his 9th appearance this season out of the pen. 18 innings of work. He's allowed just 20 hits for a 278 opponent's average. Has struck out 14, walked just 5, 7 runs allowed, 5 of those earned. Kutschke, the sophomore out of Morton Grove, Illinois, Notre Dame Prep High School. He's a 6'5", 195-pound lefty, and looked very good yesterday against NYU. We'll look to follow that up here today with another solid performance, and boy, Case Western Reserve could really use a quick inning of work from Kutschke, get those bats back up and working. Kutchke pitched 2 innings in the second game yesterday, threw 35 pitches. In his 2 innings against NYU, he allowed 1 hit, struck out 3, walked 2. And we'll look to put together another solid performance here in game 1 today, game 3 of the series. It's a 5-2 NYU lead. And Case Western Reserve has shown the ability to get runners on base. They just haven't cashed in a few of their opportunities. It's only a 3-run deficit, though. You get the feeling that the Spartans will have their chances in this game. There is someone warming in the NYU bullpen. And so the day may be done for Ford Ladd as Scott Kutchke's day begins with a strike to the 9-hitter, Francis Pryor, 0-1 the count. Pryor, a sac bunt and a fly out to right in his 2 trips to the plate. Skies that one down the line in the left and out of play, 0-2. Number 43 is warming up in the NYU bullpen. And, of course, there's no 43 on the NYU roster as that one's fouled away. 0-2 still. Now, there it is. Gabriel Golub, it will be out in the bullpen. Gabriel Golub. In the dirt for a ball, 1-2. Golub, it looks like, might have changed his number from 28 earlier in the season. The freshman out of Encino, California, a Harvard Westlake product. 1-2 from Kutchke to Pryor. Swing and a miss. Strike 3 on the ball, and the dirt rolls away from Whippazinski. He'll pick it up, throw down to first, and unable to make the play. At first base is Murley. That'll go as a strikeout, but in a wild pitch that allows the runner to reach. And so the leadoff man is on despite the strikeout for Kutchke. Final line on Ben Murphy. 5 innings, 8 hits, 5 runs, 4 of them earned. He struck out 3 and walked 1. 86 pitches for Murphy, who cannot win, currently in line for the loss. Is that one in the dirt to Walter. Taken for a ball, 1-0. I was wondering if there was any case for interference on that play, as the runner, Pryor, did throw the bat in the direction of the ball as that one hit out towards left field deep, chasing Pestelback, still going back, and it's over his head. He'll track it down at the base of the wall and try to get it in quickly. The throw comes to Lott. Lott throws to the plate. Whippazinski has it. Tag is applied, and it's in time for the out. And Doug Kimbler not happy with that one. As timeout called, Kimbler's still arguing that, and I'm not sure what the argument is on that one, unless he thinks that the batter slid around the tag. But the umpire was right on top of that one. And so that will go as a double for Walter. And then Pryor out at home, score it 7-6-2 on the putout. 1 gone in the inning. Called strike, and the count goes to 0-1 on McLaughlin now, with a runner in scoring position and 1 away. Well, big out there. Risky move there for NYU, and it almost paid off. That one hit hard up towards the middle. Lott boots it right over to Ma at second base, and he can't handle it cleanly. Well, that almost turned into a 6-4-3 put out at first. Instead, it'll go as an error on the shortstop Lott. It puts runners at the corners with 1 away.
Now batting for the Violets, first baseman number 34, Coleman Hendershot.
Lott deflected that one directly to Ma, and Ma almost was able to pick it up cleanly, but dropped it on the exchange. Instead, first and third, 1 away, and the batter will be Coleman Hendershot. Third error of the day for Case Western Reserve, which has not played a very clean series defensively so far. First pitch curve from Kutchke misses outside, 1-0. Chopper towards third. Kusha has it to second for one, on to first. In time, 5-4-3 double play turned, and that gets Kutchke out of the inning. Well, some solid defensive play for Case Western Reserve that inning and preserves a 5-2 deficit. We'll move into the sixth. Kusha, Lott, Neal due up. 8, 9, and 1 in the order for Case Western Reserve. We'll see if that gets the bats going when we return. Welcome back once again. Ford Lads comes out for another inning of work in the sixth. We'll see how long his leash is here, as looked like there was someone warming up in the bullpen for NYU. As Jacob Kusha is set to lead things off. Kusha 1 for 2 on the day, a single and fly out to center. 5-2 the score, NYU leading. The 3-run second inning still really the difference in this one. NYU added single runs in the 4th and 5th innings. Bottom of the 6th, Case Western Reserve trails 5-2. Kusha trying to get things started. It's a called strike, 0-1. One of the big differences in this game is that Case Western Reserve really hasn't had runners on for the meat of the order with Rocco Ma at the plate. As Kusha fouls that one off, behind in the count now 0-2 on Ladd. Kusha hitting at .242 on the year. Curveball swung on down the third baseline, foul. Count stays at 0-2. Starting to get a little bit more overcast out, and again, we're kind of waiting for the start of the rain here. I got to imagine it's going to be a very quick turnaround in between games, as quick as these teams can do it. They're going to want to try to get the game done as soon as possible. So that misses up high for a ball, 1-2. With again, the rain in the forecast now, about an 80% chance starting at 3 p.m. today. 1-2 on the way to Kusha. Outside, 2-2. Two-two pitch. Kusha line drive into shallow right center field. That'll drop in for a base hit and roll all the way towards the wall. Kusha turns the corner at first. He's digging for second. Here comes the throw. It's not in time. And it's a leadoff double for Jacob Kusha. Well, Case Western Reserve trying to work its way back into this game one batter at a time. And Kusha with the double there gets Case Western Reserve off to a good start in the sixth. Batter now will be Jacob Lott, the 9-hitter in the lineup, 0 for 2 today with a strikeout swinging and a line out to third. He's hitting at .298 on the year. Fastball swinging, hits it in the air, shallow center, dropping quickly back to get it, and making the grab is the second baseman in shallow center field. McLaughlin went all the way back to get to that one, and is able to save what would have been a base hit there. So one gone in the inning, and now Samuel Neal will be the batter. After Neal's solid day yesterday, he's 0 for 2 so far against Ford Ladd, the lefty. Did reach in the third and scored the first run of the game for Case Western Reserve after being hit by a pitch. Boy, this would be a good situation with a runner on second here and needing multiple runs to try to lay one down. He fouls back the first pitch and the count goes to 0-1. Bunt for a base hit, that is, not a sacrifice, but Ione, who's played Neal very aggressively at third base against the bunt, forced to stay back now at third to defend against the steal with Kusha at second. Neal takes the breaking ball for a ball. Didn't miss by much, 1-1. Golub continuing to warm up in the bullpen. As that one inside, and it hits Neal. And it hits Neal, yeah. He'll reach. There's some confusion there, but Neal does go up, and now head coach Doug Kimbler will come out, and that may be it for Ford Ladd. And I wouldn't be shocked if Kimbler, who has been reaching his boiling point at times today, I wouldn't be completely shocked if he stays out there long enough to have a word with the home plate umpire after another close hit by pitch there. That will be it for Ford Ladd, who pitched well today, but leaves the game with a potential game-tying run coming to the plate in Rocco Ma. New pitcher coming in for NYU. We'll tell you about him in just a second. Welcome back once again. Case Western Reserve trailing in this one 5-2, but the potential game-tying run coming to the plate with runners at first and second and one out in the form of Rocco Ma, who leads all Division III players in home runs this season with 11. Ma will have a new pitcher to face here, and it'll be number 43, Gabriel Golub, the freshman righty out of Encino, California, a very good Harvard-Westlake High School program that's produced a couple major league pitchers, a couple high picks in the draft a few years ago. But he'll try to get the job done here. Gabriel Golub, a 270 ERA and no record through 8 appearances. He does have one save through 13 and a third innings, 7 hits allowed, just a 159 opponent's batting average this season. He has struck out 20 in 13 and a third innings and given up just 5 walks, so a high strikeout pitcher, but will face a tough out here in Rocco Ma, and a hitter in Rocco Ma who is a very good fastball hitter, and that's something that Golub is going to have to be concerned about in this situation. First and second, one away. It's a 3-run game, and Ma, who has been clutch this season for Case Western Reserve, has an opportunity. First and second. 5-2 the score. Ma stands in. 398 hitter on the year. 11 home runs. 30 runs batted in. First pitch from Golub. And he comes with the off-speed pitch for a called strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 from Golub. Curveball misses low, 1-1. So change-up, off-speed pitch. So far, no fastball offered to Rocco Ma. Rocco homered in the second game yesterday. In the first inning, turned a 1-0 deficit into a 2-1 lead. Pickoff attempt to second goes into center field. Taking off and moving up towards third, and stopping there will be Kusha. Neal goes into second. It'll be a throwing error. And it's now 2 in scoring position with 1 out, and a chance for Ma to drive in 2 with a base hit. Error there, the second of the game for NYU. It goes against the pitcher, Golub. Maw swinging, grounds that one back up towards the middle. Second baseman McLaughlin has it. He throws to first, but the throw gets away. 1 run in to score on the play. Second run comes around, and it's now a 5-4 game. 1 RBI on the play for Maw. It's going to be an error on the first baseman there, who should have had that one, and it'll be an assist to the second baseman. Wasn't a perfect throw, but that's one. If you're a first baseman, you have to pull in if you're Hendershot. So 2 runs come in. Pickoff attempt to first for Rocco Maw, who represents the potential game-tying run and has stolen now 17 bases on as many tries this year. See if he tries to move up here. He is not going on the first pitch, and it's taken by Alex Capetillo for a ball, 1-0. Capetillo 2 for 3. Singles in each of his last 2 at-bats, has an RBI and a run scored. Curveball. Oh, missed a little inside, and it's 2-0. Let's see what Capetillo does here at the plate. It's a fastball count. 2-0. Golub delivers. Not taking his time. Now to the plate. Maw doesn't go. Capetillo swings, drives that one down the line and left, and it will land in fair territory. It's extra bases. Maw will be waved around third. The throw cut off by the shortstop. Here comes the throw to the plate. Slide by Maw, and he's safe. An RBI double to tie the game for Alex Capetillo, and it's a brand new game. 5-5 the score. Maw read that one all the way. He knew if it was fair, there was no way the left fielder can get to that, and that way he is able to score on the play. It makes the previous 2 runs scored in the inning earned as well. Although Maw's run unearned. And now coming to the plate with the go-ahead run at second base is Alex Capetillo. So the book now closed on starting pitcher Ford Ladd, who cannot win this one. It's in there for a called strike. 0-2 on Pestle. Pestle walked in his last at-bat. He's 0 for 2 in the game. Bottom of the 6th inning, we have a brand new game. 5-5 the score. The 0-2 to Pestle. Curveball swing and a miss, strike 3. Pestle down on 3 pitches. Golub gets the strikeout. And there are 2 gone. So now Tyler Whippazinski to the plate, and Whippazinski has had himself a nice day. Reached base all 3 times. He's 2 for 3 with 2 singles and then reached on an error in the 3rd. Whip hitting at .298 on the year, trying to get over that 300 mark. Making that slow start to the year seem like a distant memory all of a sudden. That pitch misses low for a ball. It's 1-0. Well, this would be a good time for him to get one more base hit. Go-ahead runner at second base. Here's the 1-0 to Whippazinski. In the dirt, 2-0. Nate Glasser out on deck. We'll see what Golub does here as he comes with a fastball, and Whip taking a big cut, misses. 2-1. Ladd can pitch around Whippazinski here with first base open in this situation. Comes with another fastball, and Whip takes a big cut and a miss. 2-2. Whip has had his share of 2-strike hits this season, including the 3 RBI triple with the bases loaded yesterday and in the 3rd inning of the game. Let's see what he comes with. 2-2. Golub sets. He delivers. Wipzinski swings. Chopper down the third base side. It tails foul, and the count stays at 2-2. So Case Western Reserve trailed in this one at 1.5-1, but a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th have helped the team come from behind to tie it up. Trying to add on one more here, the 2-2 on the way to Whip. Curveball swung on, topped foul. The count stays at 2-2. Capetillo still on at second, the game-tying RBI double earlier in the inning. Two-two to Wipzinski. Fastball taken outside, ball 3. Full count 3-2. And again, if you're Golub here with first base open, you don't need a come fastball on this pitch. You can make your pitch in this situation. Worst case scenario, you walk and you put the force on here with 2 outs. See what he does here, 3-2. He comes with one. That Whip fouls back, and the count stays at 3-2. Nice at bat here for Wipzinski. 9th pitch of the at bat coming up. Three-two on the way. Swing and misses at that one. It rolls all the way towards the dugout, goes down to first, and they get Wipzinski by a step. And that will end the inning. A strikeout swinging, 2-3 on the putout. But Case Western Reserve with 3 runs on 2 hits. The Spartans take advantage of 2 NYU errors as well in the inning. And Case Western Reserve evens the score 5-5. 7th inning coming up when we return. Tie ball game. Well, we've got a brand new ball game. 5-5 the score, 7th inning. NYU coming up to bat, and Scott Kutschke stays out on the hill. And we'll have a big inning coming up here as he'll face the heart of this NYU order. Ione, Tate, and Halpern after Kutschke worked out of some trouble in the 6th inning. Gave up only 1 hit in the inning, but that hit was a double, and after a runner reached on a strikeout to start the inning, that double ended up resulting in an out when that runner, Francis Pryor, was thrown out trying to score from first on the double by Jack Walter.
Now batting for the Violets, third baseman number
Kutschke got out of the inning on a 5-4-3 double play. And now we'll enter the 7th in a tie game after a 3-run bottom of the 6th for Case Western Reserve. It'll be Jonathan Ione followed by Coltrane Tate and Cooper Halpern. Ione takes a called strike, 0-1. Now the 0-1 on the way. Breaking ball misses outside, 1-1. So Kutschke now with a clean slate to work with here. Ben Murphy off the hook. 1-1 on the way. Swing and a miss, and the count goes to 1-2. I have to imagine that for Kutchke, this might be his last inning of work here, and then he might turn the game over to Liam Killingstad for the 8th and 9th. Breaking ball fouled off. Killingstad yet to be used this weekend. You can be sure he'll get into a game at some point. Swung on another curveball fouled off by Ione. Ione just such a talented hitter. He's 1 for 3 in the game today with a single and a run scored in the 5th. The reigning UAA most valuable player last year, the first in NYU history to earn UAA MVP honors. In NYU history to earn UAA MVP honors, excuse me. In the dirt there, 2-2. Again, the NYU program has only been back for a couple of years now. This is their 4th season of existence after, I think it was like a 30 or 40 year hiatus for the program. Swung on ground ball back up through the middle and through for a base hit. Ione with his second hit of the game. He'll stop at first base, and a runner on now. Potential go-ahead run for NYU. Ione has been active on the base paths today, and we'll see what he does here with Coltrane Tate coming to the plate. Tate has an RBI single to go along with a fielder's choice and reached on an error as well. Swings at the first pitch, pops it up into right field. Glasser with a beat on it. And there's an out, 1 gone. Ione retreats to first. And now the batter is Cooper Halpern.
Now batting for the Violets, designated hitter number 1, Cooper Halpern.
Halpern hitting at .365 on the season. He's reached base all 3 times he's been up today. 2 singles and an error. Pickoff attempt at first. Ione gets back. Runner goes. Big jump. Throw goes down to second, and it's in time. Is it in time? Well, he gets him anyway. The tag from Rocco Ma hit Ione in the face, and I think that caused him to come off the bag. I'm not sure if he was out before that or not. It looked like the umpire was going to call him out either way, but Ione slid off the bag. He's caught stealing 2-4 on the putout, and that's the second out of the inning, and the trainer will now come out and have a look at Ione, who is slow to get up. Meanwhile, it's an 0-1 count at the plate. We'll see if Ione is able to stay in this game. He's smiling right now, which is a good sign. But the trainer will have a look at him here, and I would imagine some sort of concussion protocol will be put into place to make sure that he's able to continue in this game. Ione will be helped off the field, and he's still holding that head. Kind of put his hands on his forehead there. Well, again, we'll see if he's able to continue in this game and in this series. That'd be a big blow for NYU if they're able to, if they lose their MVP player in Ione. So Ione slowly walks off the field. 2 outs in the inning. Base is empty. Cooper Halpern at the plate, behind in the count, 0-1. It's 5-5. NYU and Case Western Reserve all even in the top of the 7th. The 0-1 from Kutchke. Called strike, 0-2. Liam Killingstad has begun to warm in the bullpen. Halpern calls time at the plate, now settles in. Kutchke getting the signs from his battery mate Wipazinski, the 0-2 on the way. Swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. No, he fouled it off. He fouls it off to stay alive. And Halpern will see another pitch. The 0-2. Swing, line drive, left field, base hit. So Halpern on an 0-2 pitch, singling through the left side to keep the inning going for NYU. And the batter now will be the catcher, Scott Hilbrandt.
Catcher number 20, Scott Hilbrandt.
Hilbrandt 1 for 3 in the game today. An RBI double and a run scored in the second inning. He's also grounded out to first and flown out to right. Batting here with a runner on and 2 away. Pitch misses a little outside, 1-0. Ball skied. Shallow center. Coming in is Neal. And he makes the catch to end the inning. So Scott Kutchke pitches around a pair of base hits. And Case Western Reserve and NYU remain tied as we move into the bottom of the 7th. Case Western Reserve will send Glasser, Murley, and Kusha 6, 7, and 8 to the plate in the bottom of the 7th when we return. Well, good news for NYU. Jonathan Ione able to stay in the game, and he remains at third base after getting tagged out last inning. So good to see Ione still out there. In the meantime, for Case Western Reserve, it's a 5-5 game. And it'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. Glasser, Murley, and Kusha due up here in the bottom of the 7th. Glasser at the plate. He has a sac fly his last time up. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and takes a strike there, and it's an 0-1 count. Glasser hitting at 268 on the season. The RBI on that sac fly was his 10th of the year. Curveball called strike, and it's 0-2. Gabriel Golub still on the mound, beginning his first full inning of work. As Glasser swings, line drive, base hit into left field to start things off. So Nate Glasser, a piece of 2-strike hitting there. He'll reach base to lead off the inning.
First baseman number 2, Noah Murley.
And now Noah Murley will be the batter with nobody out and a man on. And a good base runner, by the way, with Glasser on base. He's 12 for 12 on stolen base attempts this year. Murley 0 for 3 in the game, 2 flyouts and a strikeout looking. First time facing Golub, squares the bunt, gets it down out in front of the mound. Golub might have a play at second. Nope, he looks at first and gets the out there instead. And that will be the first out of the inning. 1-3 on the sac bunt. You have to wonder with Golub, after last inning attempting a pickoff play at second base that they threw into center field, if he had second thoughts about throwing down to second. But, well, he got the shore out. The go-ahead run, potential go-ahead run, moves up to second base. But again, you have to wonder if he had a play at second base there. It certainly looked like he did. Jacob Kusha will be at the plate. Kusha 2 for 3 today. Doubled and scored a run his last time up. Takes the curveball down and in from Golub, 1-0. Fastball down low, 2-0. One out. Go ahead run at second base for Case Western Reserve in the bottom of the 7th inning. 5-5 the score. 2-0 pitch. Golub from the stretch delivers. Fastball called strike on the inside corner, 2-1. Two-one pitch. Runner goes. It's swung on and fouled back by Kusha, and the count evens 2-2. Glasser was taking off for third on that play with one out. Jacob Lott, the freshman, out on deck. In the bullpen, Liam Killingstad continuing to warm, and I'd imagine we'll see him to begin the 8th. Two-two. Curveball swung on, ground ball hit up the middle. It's a base hit. Glasser waved around third. The ball bobbled a bit in center field. Not sure there would have been a play anyway. It'll be an RBI single for Kusha. And Case Western Reserve takes its first lead of the game, 6-5 in the bottom of the 7th. It's now 5 unanswered runs for Case Western Reserve since falling behind 5-1. 2 hits in the inning now for the Spartans, and now Jacob Kusha on at first base. We'll see if he gets aggressive on the base paths as Jacob Lott comes to the plate, hitting at .295 on the year. And first pitch swinging, Lott pops it up. Shallow right, playable. There to get it is the second baseman, McLaughlin. He makes the catch, and there are 2 gone in the inning. So back to the top of the order now. And Samuel Neal will be the batter. Neal has scored 2 runs today. He's 0 for 2, but has been hit by 2 pitches and came across the plate both times. He was the last batter to face the starting pitcher, Ford Ladd, before he was lifting the game. Is that one taking off and stealing second on the play is Kusha. Count goes to 1-0 at the plate on Neal. So runner in scoring position, big insurance run. The 1-0. Fastball hit in the air. Shallow left field, playable. Martinez in, makes the catch. And the inning is over. But Case Western Reserve takes its first lead of the game with a run on 2 hits. A man left on base, Jacob Kusha with the go-ahead RBI single. We will move into the 8th. It is 6-5, Case Western Reserve leading, and a new pitcher coming out. Liam Killingstad when we return. Well, the new pitcher on the mound is Liam Killingstad, who has been fantastic this year. Killingstad, the senior out of Annapolis, Maryland, the Key School, making his first appearance of the weekend, and he's going to be asked to get the final 6 outs in this game and try to protect a 1-run lead. Killingstad this season has been phenomenal. Making his 10th appearance of the year, he's 2-0, yet to allow an earned run. He has 7 saves and 2 wins in his 9 appearances. So I think fair to say he's yet to pitch a situation that has not been a pressure situation this year, and is yet to not come through in a situation like that. He'll be facing a good offense here for NYU. Killingstad on the year, 13 1/3 innings of work. 5 hits allowed, 2 runs, neither earned. He's walked 8, struck out 15. He'll face the 8-9-1 hitters for NYU, beginning with Isaac Martinez, who has driven in 3 of the 5 NYU runs today, squares to bunt and takes a called strike. It's 0-1. Now the 0-1 from Killingstad. Fastball outside corner, 0-2. Liam has been special this season. He's 3rd among all Division III pitchers in saves, leads the UAA. Pitch misses outside, 1-2. He's not your typical closer as you would imagine one to be at the major league level. Swung on, hit in the air, center field shallow. There to get it though is Neal. He comes in, reaches up, makes the catch, 1 gone. So with 1 out, that will bring up Francis Pryor. You know, Killingstad, if you pick the prototypical major league closer, most of the time what those guys are asked to do are throw 2 pitches, a fastball and something else. Throw as hard as you can for a very short period of time, and that's effective. What Killingstad is a little bit different. He's built more like a starter as he delivers a first pitch strike to Pryor. He can throw 3 different pitches, all for strikes. And he does it from the left-handed side, which is not something you get a lot out of the Division III level. So he's not going to blow you away with velocity. He can get you in other ways. Called strike, 1-2. Pryor hitting a 167 on the year. He's 0 for 2 in the game with a sac bunt. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Killingstad. Swing and a miss at the pitch in the dirt, strike 3. Lipozinski throws down to first. Murley plants his foot on the bag, and there are 2 gone. So Killingstad retires the 2 lefties at the bottom of the lineup for NYU. And now we'll go to the top of the order, and things get a little bit tougher here for Killingstad, as Jack Walter will come to the plate, the switch hitter, hitting a 250 on the year. 1 for 3 in the game today. He doubled in his last at bat. Killingstad delivers a first pitch strike, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 from Killingstad. Curveball, called strike 2. Nice pitch from Killingstad. Had Walter, who squared to bunt and pulled it back, thinking he was going to miss up high. That one broke right down the middle of the plate, and now Killingstad, a chance for a quick inning. The 0-2 from Liam. Comes set, now the pitch. Curveball up high. That one got away from him a bit as the count goes to 1-2. Now the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Killingstad strikes out 2. He sits down the NYU side in order. We will move to the 8th, bottom of the 8th inning, in case Western Reserve will try to add on to a 1-run lead. It's Ma, Capetillo, and Pestle due up. Bottom of the 8th inning when we return. Welcome back as Gabriel Golub will stay on the mound as we begin the bottom of the 8th inning. NYU down to their final 3 outs. And Case Western Reserve will send Ma, Capetillo, and Pestle to the plate to try to make it a little bit harder on the Violets in the 9th. Here in the bottom of the 8th, Case Western Reserve 6-5 the lead. NYU has out-hit Case Western Reserve 11-10. But an RBI single for Jacob Kusha last inning scored Nate Glasser and made it a 6-5 game. Case Western Reserve taking their first lead of the day. Again, they trailed by as many as 4 runs, 5-1 in this game after 5 innings. Spartans began the comeback, a run in the bottom of the 5th inning, 3 in the bottom of the 6th to tie it up, and then 1 in the bottom of the 7th. Rocco Ma takes a pitch for a ball, 1-0. Reached on an error his last time up as he fouls that one back. Facing Golub for the second time today. Golub was the first batter that Rocco Ma was the first batter that Golub faced. And he got him to ground out to second. It would have scored a run, but the first baseman, Hendershot, unable to catch a ball. So that one misses for a ball, 2-1. The catcher, I think, was surprised that was called a ball, and the ball slipped out of his hands as he went to throw it back. Now the 2-1. Ma fouls that one. Hits that in the air. That might stay in play. Let's see. Nope. It'll tail out of play. 2-2 as the count evens up on Ma. Rocco with a base hit earlier today, a single in the first. An RBI on that ground, or what should have been a ground out, what turned into an error in the 6th. Two runs scored on that play, both Jacob Kusha and Samuel Neal. 2-2 on the way. Swung on ground ball. That'll get through for a base hit. Leadoff single for Ma. So Rocco Ma continues to collect hits in bunches, and now a guy who's doing the same, Alex Capetillo, will come to the plate. Capetillo had the game-tying RBI back in the 6th. A double that scored Ma from first. He's 3 for 4 today, hitting at .531 on the season, his second at bat against Golub. As the 3rd straight inning now that Case Western Reserve has gotten the leadoff man on, they have scored a run in each of the previous 2. The Spartans also got the leadoff man on in the 3rd inning and scored a run. In fact, the only inning that the leadoff man has been on for Case Western Reserve, and they haven't scored, was the 2nd. One of the most impressive things about this performance so far at the plate for Case Western Reserve's hitters is that one thrown down to first. Hendershot able to knock it down before it rolls away. Has been their ability to hit with 2 strikes today. They have just been resilient at the plate. Right now has them in line for a win. It'll take 3 more outs to get it, though. The 1-0 on the way. Golub sets. Now delivers. Fastball hit back up the elevator chute. First base, Hendershot makes the catch for the out. And there's one gone. So with 1 out, Ma's still at first, and Pestle will be the batter. Pestle taking a long look down at Matt Englander, head coach for Case Western Reserve, down at 3rd, and I think waiting to see if he's taking a pitch here to allow Ma to steal a base. Pestle hitting a .278, looking for his first hit of the game. He's 0 for 3. Ma is going. The pitch taken. The throw down. And not in time. A stolen base for Ma, his 18th of the season. And he is now in scoring position with 1 away. Meanwhile, the count goes to 1-0 at the plate. 4th stolen base on as many tries today for Case Western Reserve hitters, or base runners, I should say. Neal, Ma, Capetillo, and Kusha, each with a stolen base. That's a big insurance run out there. They're all big, I guess, but boy, I'll tell you, this one, and a game played so tight, to get one more run for Liam Killingstad would be big. Pestle takes that up high, 2-0. Six-5 the score. Bottom of the eighth inning. One out runner at second is Rocco Maw. Good speed. So good chance to score on a base hit. He's going to take off for third. The throw bobbled as the catcher, Hilbrand, couldn't field it cleanly. It goes as a strike at the plate, so it'll go to 2-1. But Maw, with his second stolen base, takes third and now can score on a productive out here by Pestle. Infield comes in for NYU. They know they have to cut the run down at the plate. Pitch misses outside, and it's 3-1. First and second base both open. Walking Pestle here and setting up a potential inning-ending double play might not be the worst thing in the world for Golub. Here's the 3-1. He leaves one over the plate, and Pestle drives that one to deep left center field. Martinez over to make the catch. Tagging from third and coming in to score will be Maw. And that will make it a 2-run lead for Case Western Reserve. Well, I'll tell you, I don't know. And it looked like Golub put that one a little bit too much over the plate. And I think in that situation, with your team down by a run heading into the last inning, I don't know that music. So the score is 7-5, Case Western Reserve leading. Pitch taken up high by Whippazinski. And the count goes to 1-1. Pitch down and out for a ball, and it's 2-1. So it's now 6 unanswered runs for the Spartans. Swing and a miss for Whippazinski, 2-2. Whippazinski hitting a .295 on the year. He has a pair of hits today, 2 for 4 in the game. Struck out swinging his only at bat so far against Golub. 2-2 from Golub. Up high, full count, 3-2. Now the 3-2 on the way. Whippazinski skies that one deep to left field. The ballpark should hold it, though. Martinez back in front of the warning track, reaches out, makes the catch, inning over. A big insurance run comes across, though. Rocco Maw singles and eventually comes around to score on a sacrifice fly by Jacob Pestle. We'll move to the top of the ninth inning. Last chance for NYU. Violets, though, will send some good hitters to the plate. McLaughlin, Hendershot, and Ione due up when we return. Well, Liam Killingstad, a little extra breathing room here. A 2-run lead now as Case Western Reserve with 6 unanswered runs since the 5th inning. And the Spartans lead 7-5 over NYU and can lock up a big win here. Pick up their 9th UAA win of the season. Can ensure themselves no worse than a split in this series with the final game coming up shortly after this one ends. For NYU, McLaughlin, Hendershot, and Ione, though, some tough hitters for Killingstad to navigate after he retired the side in order in the 8th with 2 strikeouts. McLaughlin hitting at .323 on the year. 0 for 4 in the game today and takes a called first pitch for a strike, 0-1. 12 pitches, 9 for strikes in his first inning of work. Killingstad looking for his 8th save of the year. The 0-1. Swung on, ground ball hit towards second. Maul fields it, throws on to first. In time, 1 gone. Killingstad now 2 outs away from securing a big win for Case Western Reserve in this game. The 3-hitter, Coleman Hendershot, will now come to the plate, batting at .380 on the year. Hendershot 1 for 4 on the day, with a single in the 3rd. First pitch a little low, ball 1. Hendershot had a chance in the 6th inning to extend the NYU lead, but grounded into an inning-ending 5-4-3 double play. Called strike, 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Killingstad. His 1-2 offering to Hendershot. In the dirt for a ball, 2-2 as the count evens up. Jonathan Ione standing out on deck. Pitch called, strike 3 on the inside corner. Killingstad gets the 3rd strikeout of his day. And now NYU down to their final out. But again, a dangerous hitter in Jonathan Ione at the plate. Ione stayed in the game after getting caught stealing. Rocco Ma applied the tag directly to his forehead. And Ione was out on the play and seemed a little shaken up afterwards, but stayed in. Swings and misses at the first pitch, and the count goes to 0-1 on the .364 hitter, who is 2 for 4 in the game, singles in each of his last 2 at-bats. The 0-1. Swung on, ground ball hit back up the middle, softly. Ma trying to charge, bare hands, throws to first in time for the out. What a play by Rocco Ma, whose only play was to bare-hand it on a slow roller, and he gets the out in a big win for Case Western Reserve. 4-3 on the putout, but put a circle around that one. And that will end this one. What a game for Case Western Reserve. They score 6 unanswered runs after the 5th inning, and the Spartans pull off the win. 7-5 the final score. NYU drops to 21-6 on the season. Case Western Reserve 22-4. In the UAA, NYU now 2-5. Case Western Reserve 9-2. The winning pitcher is Scott Kutschke, improves to 3-0 on the season. 8th save of the season for Liam Killingstad. Gabriel Golub takes the loss. He will drop to 0-1. The game lasted 2 hours and 21 minutes, and the attendance at the ballpark today was 185. I want to thank everyone once again for joining us. Reminder, Game 2 will start shortly. It's probably going to be about half an hour, but I wouldn't be shocked if the teams try to get going a little bit quicker here with rain in the forecast for later. Once again, thank you for joining us. Final score, once again, Game 1, 7-5. Case Western Reserve with the win.